Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are diving into one of the powerful programming concept, which is object-oriented programming or OOPS. Whether you are a beginner or just need a refresh, this video will explain OOP concept with simple examples. So let's get started. So what is OOPS definition? So Python supports both procedure-oriented and object-oriented features. Whereas object-oriented programming is a programming pattern that use classes and objects to look similar to real life. OOPS has four central concepts: encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. So OOPS mainly works upon two keys: is attributes and functionality. So what is classes? So classes consist of data and functions. The data in a class is known as members and the function of the class are known as methods. So whereas if I go with the syntax of the classes, then it could be like, let's say, syntax syntax of classes in OOPS. So the class name, it would become with, let's oops and let's say, here comes with its syntax. I would go with class name, class, and class name. Then the another one comes with an statement which is called statement 1 class. Statement 1. Okay. So another one also comes with an statement 2 class, and another one also comes with statement 3 class, and then it goes with statement 4, and then it goes with statement n classes. So here it could go from statement n classes. So for this is how the classes works in the OOP statement. So if I take one of the example, then I'll be using the classes for you so that you can take it more easily and understand what the object and how we are dealing with it. So the one of the example which comes in my mind is that class student, let's say class student semicolon comes with, I say, number of admission, where equals to, and I must say it would be class variable. Now let's modify the class variable. So here I would say that student dot number of admission equals to 100, and then I'd say that the access and print the value variable, where I will say that access and print the class variable, where print, and in bracket I go with student dot number of admissions. So now let's run the code and see what we get. Okay, print. So here we get the answer as 100. So this is how the class will work, where I will be informing that how the class function is used, statement is used in the attributes of the function in OOP statement. So whereas in instantiations, while instantiations, an empty object is created and this object is made and this object is assigned with the given object name. So where it could get the syntax as object underscore name semicolon class underscore name bracket. After creating the class instance, the property of the object's name and property for x is, let's take an example. So it would create the class variable and print the same as of I shown you here. It is the same example we can take here also. And for encapsulations means wrapping data and the functions in a single place. In encapsulation it will wrap all the data and function in a single place. Whereas the data abstraction is the process by which only a few necessary features are highlighted while the internal details are suppressed. For example, while using mobile, the user uses all the features without knowing the internal hardware and software. Thus, data abstraction reduces the complexity associated with data encapsulation. So this is how data abstraction works, where it only gives you the process where only necessary features are highlighted and rest are being internally detailed suppressed. Whereas in polymorphism, using polymorphism, a single entity can act in a multiple forms. For example, a shape can be both a circle or a triangle, whereas in inheritance allows a class to drive the properties of another class. For example, class 1 has data 1 and function 1, whereas class 2 has a data 1 and function 1 of class 1, and class 3 has data 1 and function 1 of class 1. So this is how the inheritance works, where if I take the real world class modeling, then object oriented programming is a programming paradigm based on objects, and objects that are real world entities like cars, mobiles, trees, etc. So in OOPS, there are generally four pillars which are as follows. So these are the four pillars which I'll, so if I, let me show you. And so in OOPS, there are in OOPS there are generally four pillars. There are as follows, and if I go with, then the first one comes is the polymorphism, polymorphism, and the second one comes as inheritance, and the third one comes as encapsulation, and the fourth one is as abstraction. So in the following part you can see how OOPS connect with real world examples, whereas in following polymorphism, for polymorphism let us consider a girl. The girl can be many things. She can be mother, sister, student, etc. The same person can have direct roles. As per the polymorphism definition in Python, polymorphism let us deny method in the child class with the same name as the methods in the parent class. Whereas in inheritance, let us consider dog. The dog can have the same color, name, size, etc. But they are not the same dog. As per the inheritance definition in Python, it is a concept in OOPS where a new class can modify existing classes. Whereas in encapsulation, for let us consider a company have several departments like the production department, HR department, marketing department, etc. All these departments are necessary to make up a company, where a person can encapsulation definition in Python, it is wrapping up variables and methods into a single entity. Whereas in abstraction, for abstraction, let us consider a mobile phone. We can do many things on a mobile phone like making a call, taking pictures, and playing games, etc. It does not show the inside process of how it is doing things. As per the abstraction definition in Python, it is a process of hiding the actual implementation of the method by only showing a method signature. Why real world modeling is needed? So the real world modeling is needed to make the development and maintenance of projects more effortless, to provide the feature of data hiding that is good for security concerns. We can solve real world problems if we are using object oriented programming. It ensures code reusability. It let us write generic code which will work with a range of data, so we don't have to register basic structure and over again. So this is how the OOPS programming work in Python. So thank you so much for being in this video. See you in the next lecture, where we will be going with another important pillars of the OOPS and make your program modular, reusable, and easier to maintain. So if you find this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below with your favorite OOP concept or example. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Bye bye.